Journalist Maria Lebedyeva was on Kyiv's Maidan Nezalezhnosti on November 29, 2013. By the evening of that day, several thousand protesters had dwindled to only 300. Most of them were students.
My friends were there, and I decided to stay with them that night.
The activists went to a cafe to warm up.
The doors of the cafe opened and someone shouted, "Run, there is blood, they are beating people." Then a friend phoned me. It was a terrible call. He also shouted that people were being beaten. Many Berkut riot police officers showed up. Everyone was running away.
Berkut riot police lined up against the protesters and launched an assault at 4 a.m. They beat everyone who got in their way with rubber truncheons. The protesters were pushed to the ground and kicked. When Maria returned to the Maidan, internet and phone networks no longer worked. She started to film what was happening on her phone.
At some point, the slang came close to me. It was too late to leave. One of Berkut riot police officers started to beat my arms and tried to knock me to the ground. I realized that if I fell, I would not get up. That is why I grabbed onto him. He continued to hit my arms.
84 people were injured that night. 12 Berkut riot police officers and 8 officials were charged. Most of the cases are still being investigated. Ruslan Marochuk, who beat Maria, is already on trial.
The last hearing of this case was held in the summer. It's now November. Hearings are held with these huge intervals, 1 month, 2 months, or even longer.
Serhiy Kolosh wants the 4th Kyiv Berkut company commander Oleg Boyko punished for his actions. On November 30th, 2013, the riot police smashed Serhiy's head.
Berkut riot police officers refuse to admit they have committed these horrors on purpose. They claim it was self-defense, but the video clearly shows that it was planned. I can confirm it as a witness to those events.
The Maidan cases contain nearly 5,000 incidents, 89 criminal proceedings, including violence against the Heavenly Hundred. According to the Prosecutor General's office, 2,500 protesters were injured and 104 died in the winter of 2013-2014. Indictments against 298 people were sent to the courts. 57 people were convicted.
These are developments and not insignificant ones. Indictments regarding almost every episode of those events from November 30th and the dispersal of students from the Maidan to late February. They were sent to the courts. However, there are problems with how the cases are heard.
On November 20th, the Prosecutor General's office transferred the Maidan cases to the State Bureau of Investigation. A separate unit was created to investigate the cases.
In the near future, we're going to provide the suspects with the materials of their criminal proceedings. We hope it will happen this year.
Maria Lebedyeva says that bringing those responsible for the dispersal of the Euromaidan to justice is now her life's purpose.
I'm not going to give up.
President Volodymyr Zelensky hopes that significant progress in investigating the Maidan cases will be made by February 20th, the anniversary of the murders of the Heavenly Hundred. Reported by Olya Volonets, Zach Meterko, and Lyubov Zadorozhna, UATV.